An eco-apocalypse is upon us. The consequences of humanity's severe mistreatment of our environment are catching up to us, and our only hope for the future is change. An eco-apocalypse is not an apocalypse we want to see. Humanity will not be able to survive an eco-apocalypse. Our environment will become completely uninhabitable, and not just for humans, but for all life forms. As we have previously discussed in class, the changes we are seeing in our environment are going to lead to an unpleasant future. Our atmosphere and oceans are becoming more toxic, the ozone layer is depleting, and sea levels and global temperatures are on the rise. These negative effects are in the beginning stages right now, but are only expected to worsen over the years. The instability that these conditions create in the environment will only lead to more instability and devastation in society as global warming increases and the intensity and frequency of natural disasters that we experience increases as well. While all of these environmental changes may seem to be occurring at a slow pace, since these effects will most likely be seen over the next century, the rate at which these changes are happening is actually higher than anything we have seen in thousands of years. And now, not if, but when we do face an eco-apocalypse in the future, humans will have a severe disadvantage in the situation, since we are not only going to be fighting each other for resources, but fighting to protect ourselves against the harsh environmental conditions that we have created. Today, society sees our relationship with nature as combative. We tend to believe that humans are a separate and superior entity to nature. We see nature as a tool made to serve us in our increasingly high demands, and when it reacts negatively to our poor treatment, we in turn react in an equally negative way that ends up causing more damage. What our society has failed to realize is that humans are not separate from nature. We are in fact an entity of nature, just presented in a different physical form. Everything in our universe is made up of the same material, atoms, but presented in different physical forms to make up what we know as society and life. This brings credibility to the point that nature and society are equals, and it is important for society to understand this so we can develop respect for nature. Without respect for nature, we have failed our environment and we have failed ourselves. San, from the anime Princess Mononoke, is the perfect representation of this ideal. She sees the necessity in working together with nature and treating it as an equal, while the majority of the remaining population is still adamant about fighting against nature. Instead of working together with nature to create a sustainable society, present-day humans, much like the characters in Mononoke, have destroyed our environment, and if this does not change, we will destroy ourselves. We cannot continue to deny our involvement in the destruction of nature. If we do, we are signing our own death sentence. Humankind must learn this and accept this, since we do in fact have a more active role in the relationship. We cannot complain about nature acting unstable when it is a reaction to our actions. As stated in Newton's third law, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. If we treat nature in an unstable manner, then it will react in an equally unstable manner. As shown in Princess Mononoke, we should not be fighting nature and its reactions to our harsh treatments of the environment, rather working with it to provide a better future for us and the environment. We are the unstable force in the relationship, yet we are also the solution. Progression in our relationship and attitude towards nature is our only hope for the future. Yet I've noticed that there is a strong lack of hope present in our society that really sells the capability we have short. I feel that many people think the damage we have done is unrepairable, when in fact we are still in the early stages of this eco-apocalypse that we could be facing, and while all damage is not reversible, we still have a chance to help our environment bounce back. We should remain hopeful, as all is not completely lost yet. A positive change in our attitude towards nature and how we treat it is the most important solution. When society is able to come to the realization that this unnecessary fight we have been fighting against nature is what is causing the most harm to our environment and society, a positive change will begin to occur. Society will be able to reach an understanding of nature and learn how to better work with it and develop a stronger, more respectful relationship. Humanity will free ourselves of the delusion we are currently trapped in and develop a better understanding of our place in nature and how to live more sustainably in the future. This is the mindset and attitude we need to implicate all the other solutions that we have previously discussed in class and witnessed throughout anime over the semester. Without a change in attitude, we will not go far. While we are not capable of fixing everything, because to be completely honest at this point, we are not capable of completely reversing all of the adverse effects our actions have caused, a positive change in attitude is the first step necessary to move towards a better and brighter future. Although many people see a grim future for the environment and humanity, this class has taught me that hope is one of the most important things we can hold on to during times like these. I choose to remain hopeful because I believe that our generation is the one of change. Although we cannot fix it all, we are the generation that recognizes the need for change and are laying down the stepping stones necessary for the next generation. We may not be known as the generation that, quote-unquote, saved the planet, but we will be known as the generation that started the revolution for change.